Hello and welcome to Yoga with Alexandra. I'm Alexandra, aka Flower Yogi. Thank you for joining me today. We'll be doing a short core series, so we'll be lighting up the abdomen, engaging the muscles while still finding some ease in the body. So we'll get started on our backs. You can make your way all the way down to your back, hugging the knees into the chest, just arriving, taking a circle on either side with the knees, and then we'll bring the feet to plant as wide as the mat, knees knocking in. Bring your hands to the bottom of your rib cage, and starting to deepen your breath. Just taking a moment to drop in. If you need to lift the tailbone and lower it down, feeling that connection along the whole length of the spine, please do so. And just observing what sensations are present in your body today. Feeling your belly rise as you inhale, and the abdomen falling in towards the spine as you exhale. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. When you're ready, start to walk the feet back in towards center, sending one leg out long and then the other. On an inhale, take a full body stretch, fingers reach away from the toes. And exhale, relax the arms, relax the legs. We'll hug one knee back in and then the other and start to roll your way up and down the length of the spine, just massaging the whole back, waking up the body, waking up the mind, and then we'll come to all fours, however you need to get there. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, starting with a few rounds of cat and cow. Before we go into that, we'll check in with our tabletop. So this should be a really activating pose through the arms and the core. We want that long spine, crown of the head pulling away from the tailbone, abdomen pulling in to the spine here. So really engage the arms, the legs, and the belly. Taking a moment here, check in, really pressing away from the mat. On the inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, round through the spine. Crown of the head comes down. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round and arch the back. You can start to move at your own pace. Try to keep that awareness at the center of your belly. This is our Manipura chakra, seat of our power, where we feel a sense of confidence, motivation to take action in the world. That's where this energy center lives, so really powerful practice to bring your awareness to this area. Take a couple more breaths, a couple more moves on your own. And then we'll come back to center, back to that long spine. And then we'll bring our right leg long behind us, pressing into that heel, straighten the leg, rock forward and back just a couple times. Feel that stretch through the back of the leg. Again, stay active through the arms here. Press into all of the fingertips, the palms. And then coming back to center, we'll lift that left hand, so opposite arm as the leg in front of us, like you're shaking someone's hand, and then lift that right leg up, heel towards the ceiling, but still maintaining that long line from the bottom of the foot to those fingertips reaching out in front of you. Stay here, stay strong. Keep pulling the abdomen in towards the spine. Another deep breath here. Stay still. Stay for the exhale. This time, as we inhale, we'll lift the arm and the foot a little bit higher. Exhale, hug the elbow into the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract, round through the spine. Keep pressing away through that planted hand and knee. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you contract. 2 more. You got this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Hold it in. Hug towards the belly. Press away from the mat. And then we'll plant both hand and knee down. Shift the hips side to side. If you need to roll that right wrist around, you can. Beautiful. So you'll feel that warmth probably lighting up in the body. And then we'll bring it to the other side. Left leg goes long behind. Just rocking forward and back into that leg, stretching those muscles. Again, keep turning the elbow creases forward. So we're staying active in the shoulders and the arms, keeping that long line of the spine. We don't want to be dropping down through the hips and the belly here. So we'll bring that right arm out in front. Lift the left heel, long line between the heel and the fingertips. Press away from the mat with your planted left hand and your right knee. Stay for the breath here. On the inhale, lift a little bit higher through the heel and the hand. Exhale, hug it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hold it, hug it all in towards your belly button. Lift the knee up towards the chest. And exhale, plant it down. Shake out that left wrist. We'll just turn the fingertips towards the knees. So rotating the fingertips out and around just to stretch through the wrists a little bit here. Again, maintaining that long spine. So core remains engaged through all of this. We don't want to kind of drop the belly just yet. And just finding a little rocking motion back and forth, just micro movements can be really nice on the wrists. Beautiful, and then we'll rotate those back around and then walk the hands back towards the knees. Shift the legs to the side and we'll come to the center of our mat. So grabbing the backs of the thighs, we'll come into a boat pose, Navasana. Start to straighten through the arms as you lean back, maintaining the length of the spine. So we have the inclination to kind of round here. We want to keep that length as you lean back, and then the feet just float up, shins parallel to the mat. Breathing here. Keep that chest shining forward and up. You can keep the hands on the legs, or float them next to the legs, palms face up, nice and open through the chest here. Feel that warming up through your core, through your center. Slow your breath down. See if you can close the eyes. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently plant the feet down, round the head in towards the knees, grab the outsides of the shins, give yourself a little hug as you round forward. Taking a deep breath here. And a long breath out. Beautiful. We'll start to straighten back up. We're going to go into that again with a few variations. So however you want to get into it, if you want to grab the backs of the legs or just float back, lifting the shins for our Navasana. Beautiful. So wherever your hands are, if they're floating or at the backs of the thighs, we'll lift those right toes, straightening the right leg, and then lower them down back to parallel. Inhale, lift the left foot, straighten the leg, and back to parallel. We're keeping that long, straight spine. Keep lifting the chest towards the sky, just alternating sides here. So we'll straighten one leg and then bring it down. Straighten the other and then down to parallel, not all the way down. Beautiful. And then we'll maybe straighten both legs towards the sky. Stay with it. Maybe you bring the arms in line with the ears. Deep breaths here. Feel that shake. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on the 1. Plant the feet round forward. Really nice. Catching your breath for a moment. And just honoring that fiery energy at the seat of your navel, the Manipura chakra. And we'll start to straighten back up to a long spine, grabbing the backs of the thighs, leaning back into our high boat. Arms can come to the sides. Inhale and exhale. This time as we inhale, we'll hover down, low boat, hover the heels, hover the shoulders. Exhale, bring it back, high boat. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, coming back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, coming back. And this time, inhale, lower as slowly as you can. Keep that hover for another 5, 4, 3, 2, on the 1. Release the head, release the heels. Bring the feet nice and wide. Arms at your sides. And you can roll the head side to side here. Just taking a moment to pause, to release something. Beautiful. We'll hug that right knee into the chest. Give yourself a good squeeze in towards the hip, towards the heart. that leg back out, hugging the left leg in, give yourself a squeeze. And then bringing it out. We'll plant both feet. And then for our last little activation, bring the heels just out of reach of the fingertips. So preparing for a bridge pose. Feet are parallel, back is planted. Hands are pressing into the mat next to your hips. And on an inhale, we'll squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, bridge pose. So we really want to pull up through the abdomen, pulling the chest towards the sky, pull the chin away from the chest, looking up directly above you. Keep squeezing the glutes as you lift a little bit higher. And on your exhale, slowly lower down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling, lifting up, squeeze the glutes. Maybe you interlace the fingers to wrap the shoulders a little bit more under the back body. Stay with your breath here. Keep breathing as you lift up. Glutes are active, abdomen is active as we lift a little higher. And exhale, release the bind, lower it down. Option for our third round, you can go into that bridge again, or we can come into a wheel pose. If you're going into wheel, bring the hands next to the ears. Fingertips pointing down towards the shoulders, press into the palms. And on an inhale, we'll all lift our hips, lift the chest, press into the palms. So wherever you are, if that's bridge or wheel, keep lifting up, squeezing the glutes. Feel that nice arch of the spine. And breathing in. Long breath out. We're here for 3, 2. On the 1, start to lower your head down, bending through the elbows. And then 1 vertebra at a time, we'll come back to our backs. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees nice and wide. And we'll end here today, bringing 1 hand to the belly, 1 hand to the heart. Taking a few breaths to honor that fire within. Allowing yourself some time to cool down. And we'll take a deep breath in. Open the mouth big, sigh out. Bring the hands together at the heart. Lifting the thumb knuckles to the third eye, that point between the brows. Taking 1 last breath in together here. And exhaling, honoring yourself, your body, the practice. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time.